if there are a lot of fighting decks in your area, don't try out Manectric EX. Other than that, it will kick some ass.
Also, TCG Zapdos, he does a very good job as well. Very helpful for newer and experienced players alike, so check him out. And TCG Zapdos, great shows with episodes and great editing, and if you like Pokemon trading card games, check out their videos.
Have you heard about the new mechanic? Mega Evolve without the panic. No turn-handed, it's just so splendid. 110 damage and energy acceleration as the asset. Yes, it's so terrific, but what will be its partner? Genesect, or maybe smarter. Yveltal hits way harder, fighting weakness. I'm a witness, need something to withstand it, so we'll play a stadium card to defend it. Shadow Circle, Plasma Fridge, it's up to the deck. I use my Manectric EX, and the evolving is up next. Got my Spirit Link card attached, and you will be destroyed like that. I use my Manectric EX, and the evolving is up next. Got my Spirit Link card attached, and you will be destroyed like that.
What's up YouTube, it's ZapdosTCG here and welcome to episode 88. And as you can see, this time around we're gonna check out another new deck. It's called Mega Manectric. It's the card that we're gonna use in the deck. And actually I came up with two decks as of now, because there's actually a third deck that I wanted to make, but I don't have the cards for it yet, so I'll stick with the two decks that I'm gonna mention right now. So Mega Manectric, what's it all about? Well, we're just gonna look at the regular Manectric first. The Manectric is just a pretty solid card, overrun. It deals 20 damage and 20 damage to one of your opponent's bench Pokemon for just a single cardless energy, so that's pretty neat. Also, his Assault Laser deals 60 damage, and if the opponent has a Pokemon Tool card attached to it, it deals 120 damage instead. So if they attach a Muscle Band, a Float Stone, it doesn't matter. If they have that, you deal 120 damage instead. So that's a really great attack for only 2 energies. He has resistance to metal, which is great because the metal decks, if they get popular, he has resistance to it. Also, the fighting weakness is the thing that hurts this card the most, because Donphans are still allowing lose on the and the tournaments. And there's also Landorus EX and other Pokemon, fighting Pokemon that can one-shot Manectric easily. It has 1 retreat cost, which is decent, and it Mega Evolves to Mega Manectric EX. A ton of HP, 210 HP, which is amazing in my opinion. It has free retreat as well, so you can retreat it when you want to, whenever you want to, unless it's paralyzed or poisoned. But still, free retreat is awesome. It has the same resistance and the same weakness, but then it deals for 2 energies 110 damage, which is a bit less than the 120 potential damage from the previous Manectric, but it also attaches 2 basic energies from your discard pile to one of your bench Pokemon. So energy acceleration at your side, it's just the same like the basic energies. Like let's say the Bronzong I mentioned last week can attach, if you have 2 of those out, 2 energies, 2 metal energies from the discard pile. Well, Manectric, it hits for 110 damage, which is amazing, and then does the same effect but 2 basic energies, so that's really great. So Mega Manectric, definitely one of the most powerful cards of the Phantom Forces set. And now you're thinking like, Zapdos, it's a Mega, why should you ever play a Mega? Well, if you haven't noticed, the new set comes with Spirit Link cards, and if you don't know what Spirit Link cards are, I'm gonna explain them right now. So Spirit Link cards are cards that make you evolve to a Mega without the downside of ending your turn. So we have the Manectric Spirit Link card that makes it so Mega Manectric can evolve, Manectric can evolve to Mega Manectric without any downsides. So that's amazing in my opinion. We can potentially do 110 damage on turn 2 with energy acceleration. So Manectric, a really great support Pokemon. It reminds me of the Virizion, which also has support and it searches from the deck, but Manectric searches from the discard pile and attacks, and it deals a lot more damage than the Virizion. So we're gonna look at 2 decks I came up with. So we have the Genesect-Virizion deck with Manectric and the Yveltal with Manectric. So the decks are pretty much familiar. You can check them both out on my channel if you haven't. If you don't know what the decks are, there's a video about the top 10 decks for regionals, and then you'll see all the information about the Genesect-Virizion deck and the Yveltal deck as it is. But now we have Manectric to give both decks a bit more support. And a new deck that I wanted to make was the Manectric with Mew. Mew EX has a pretty neat attack that can use actually the ability lets it use all the attacks of all Pokemon in play, and with Dimensional Value out, maybe Manectric and Mew can form a nice combo like that. But I'll have to wait for now to see how that works out. I'll try to get more myself, some new EXs on the TCG Online program. But for now, we're gonna look at Genesect-Virizion and the Yveltal deck. Let's start with the Genesect-Virizion deck, which has a lot of popularity nowadays. So we're gonna check out the deck in a bit more passionate way. So here we have the deck. So as you can see, we run 2 Virizion EXs, which is not a lot. So the reason that I'm only running 2 Virizion EXs is that we have the Manectric EX as well that can search around for energy. So we can also make it to like 3 or 4 Virizion EXs, since that's a great way to start off. But Manectric EX deals a lot of damage and can get energies out of the discard pile, so we can use Juniper, Ultra Ball and get those energies out of the discard pile like that, and then power up our Genesect that way. So also it's a great attack with 110 damage. With support, with Virizion, with the Muscle Band, we can deal a lot of damage, and even potentially, if you count the math correctly, we deal a lot of damage with Mega Manectric, then use Emerald Slash with a Muscle Band, that's 70 damage, that's 180 damage in total. So I just thought it was better this way, like split it up like 2 Virizions and then a 2-2 line of the Mega Manectric. It can also change if you want to, but this is just my beta version of the deck for now, just to want to test out Mega Manectric. So the things you should know is Manectric, I explained it completely. Genesect-Virizion has already been one of the most popular decks. Red Signal is great. When you attach a Plasma Energy to your Genesect EX, you basically have a free Lysander, so that's great. Also, Megalo Cannon is like the sniping attack, dealing 20 damage to one of your opponent's bench Pokemon with 100 damage on the active. In combination with Deoxys, we deal 110 damage because Genesect is a Plasma Pokemon, and then with Muscle Band we deal 130 damage to knock out Donphans and any other potential Pokemon with 130 HP. Then there's of course Jirachi EX in this deck because he has really great stellar guidance. You can search your deck for a supporter once you bench it. Once you bench it, simple like that. We can search it out with Ultra Ball anyway. So this is the energy line for Plasma Energies. I know Enhanced Hammer is in the format, sneaking around and destroying our special energies, but still, Plasma Energy is great just for Red Signal. Free catches like that is amazing. Then we have some sort of trainers. This is not the perfect list, it's just a beta version just to give you guys an idea of how Mega Manectric would fit in those types of decks. So the trainers, we have a One Bicycle, 2 Energy Switch, an Escape Rope, Professor's Letter, the Starting Megaphone. I think this is needed because if you want to use Red Signal again and they have Garbodor out, we can use Red Signal. Also the ability of Virizion is pretty neat that way. Our Pokemon can be paralyzed, confused and any other of that shenanigans. No special conditions allowed with that ability if you have a Grass Energy attached to one of your Pokemon. So I think Starling Megaphone deserves this spot here. And for the rest we also have the town map in here, which you don't see that often, but still we want to see where G Booster is if it's priced. That way we can use it later on, because in this deck, as you can see, they're all EXs. The only thing that can destroy Sigilyph and Suicune is the G Booster, so we do want to have the town map. We can use Red Signal to catch around the Sigilyph and the Suicune, but yeah, that's just some information for you guys. Alright, there's also a Team Plasma Ball in here to search out our Deoxys, and then 4 Ultra Ball, maybe just a bit heavy line of Ultra Ball, but then we are certain that we can get the Jirachi out if we're in a tough situation. Also, 4 VS Seekers, 2 VS Seekers, really great in the late game. It lets you search a supporter from your discard pile, so that's really amazing. Then 1 Color, so our bench is just filled up with Pokemon. 1 Lysander, I think 1 Lysander is enough and efficient because we do have the Red Signal. Then we have a 4N, 4 Sycamore, 1 Shadow Triad to get our G Booster back from the discard pile if it gets away, or a Plasma Energy, that's neat. Then we have also you can get out your Genesects with the Shadow Triad. Here is Skyla, this is needed. Usually you don't want to run Skyla, but Skyla is needed to get out the Manectric Spirit Link cards, and it's also great to get out your G Booster. So Skyla, a really great card in the Genesect-Virizion deck. And then some Muscle Bands here, 3 of those. And the thing you should notice is that here is the amazing G Booster, but then here we have the Plasma Frigate. You don't see that often, but this is needed. We have 2 Stadium cards. Usually Genesect-Virizion deck doesn't run Stadium cards because, yeah, well, what would you use? But still, we can use Plasma Frigate to dispose of our opponent's Stadium card. And also, each Pokemon that has any Plasma Energies attached to it has 0 weakness. No weakness at all. So Pyroar doesn't bother us anymore. We have the evolved Manectric, Mega Manectric can destroy that. Also, we don't have any fire weakness, so this is great. And this is mainly because Manectric is weak to fighting, and yeah, with this card around and we have a Plasma Energy attached to our Mega Manectric, we don't have any weakness, and a terrible monster with 210 HP without weakness will be hard to knock out. Okay, that's it for the version of the Genesect-Virizion, and let's see, oh, there's 1 card missing. I think we're just gonna add in one other Virizion. I think this was the original concept of the deck. Let's just save it as that. Alright, so we have 3 Virizions, and then we have a 2-2 line of the Manectric. Alright, now let's check out the Yveltal version of the deck, and the thing you should notice is that with the Genesect-Virizion deck, it's also neat, let's just watch it again, it's also neat to add in a Dragonite. Dragonite, as you can see, if I can find it, yeah, Dragonite is really great to bust in, but I don't actually like Dragonite because you can start with it and it's not a great Pokemon at all to start off with, and it doesn't surprise that way. You want to have Super Scoop Up as well in some other situations, but still, you're running Grass and Lightning Energy, so why not test out Dragonite EX if you can get any of the other cards. Like, let's say you only have 2 Virizions, then you just say, oh, I just gonna add in another Dragonite, just like that. Okay, now to the Yveltal Manectric deck. Yveltal, just as we know him, really powerful Pokemon, Evil Ball, and then there's Darkrai giving us the Dark Cloak with free retreat. There's only one regular Yveltal in here because we have a 2-2 line of the Mega Manectric. A Mega Manectric can search or discard for energies, which is the same that this regular Yveltal also does. So we add in one regular Zekrom, so why not add it in? We do run Lightning Energies, and since it's a great Pokemon, Outrage is also great. We run DCE, so it's perfect like that. Then there's Mewtwo EX, just of course, X-Ball, a great attack all around. Can come out of nowhere, just to mention. And also there's Seismitoad EX, Quaking, Punching around, also for DCE. I think you should notice that once the Seismitoad is out, definitely give it a tool card like a Muscle Band right away, because there's a card going around, it's called Headringer. I'm gonna just show it in this episode. Headringer, a really terrifying card. If they use it, they can your opponent can attach it to one of your EXs, and that way our EXs need 1 colorless energy more to attack. So that way the Mewtwo or even the Seismitoad need 3 colorless energies to use their attacks. So that's terrible, so definitely attach a Muscle Band straight from the bat if you bench it. Unless they run Starling Megaphone. So we have a 2-2 line of the Garbodor. I think Garbodor is still needed in this deck. Even though we do have one ability, but to shut off other abilities, because yeah, some abilities can be crucial, like the Safeguard and other situations like that. That way we can blast through them and even deal more damage like that. Also, the Garbodor shuts off the Jirachi, which can be really terrifying because your opponent wants it stuck and you use N and they have Jirachi, even Ultra Ball, it doesn't matter anymore because they're ability locked. Okay, besides that, we're going to go into the energies for DCE. 6 Darkness Energies and 3 Lightning Energies. I think that will be sufficient. You can add in more since Manectric does need a lot of energies and the discard to actually work decent enough. And yeah, maybe you can add in more. For the trainer cards, I'd pick like a random selection like this. It's not the perfect deck, as I mentioned, it's just a test beta version just for you guys to let you know how I would take a Mega Manectric into my deck. So we have a Bicycle, Dowsing Machine, you can switch around for some stuff if you like Computer Search more, but I prefer Dowsing Machine in this deck. We have Energy Search, 1 Hypnotoxic Laser, Professor's Letter, Switch, 4 Ultra Ball again as needed because we do have the Garbodor and other Pokemon that we want to get out. Then 2 VSC cards. I think every deck will run 2 of those. Then we have Colress, 2 Lysander, 4 N, 4 Juniper, 2 Skyla. Again, Skyla is needed in the deck just to get out the Manectric Spirit Link card because that's the main card you want, otherwise you will evolve slowly and that's not really great. Then 2 Flowstones and then 3 Muscle Bands. So that's basically it. My take on adding a Mega Manectric into both of one of the most popular decks, so the Genesect-Virizion deck and then the Yveltal deck. Maybe in another week or something I'm gonna make like a TCG Online match with another Mega Manectric deck, but then with new EXs in there, because that's a really recent deck. This is just how to add a Mega Manectric and some of the top decks and how it plays. So this time around I'm gonna test out one of the decks. I'm gonna take Yveltal Manectric, or maybe no, I'm gonna go for the Genesect-Virizion Manectric deck just to show you guys how it works. Okay, now we're going to versus random match rank. There we go. Standard, and then we're gonna use Virizion and Manectric. Alright, we're gonna check out what opponent waits us on the other side of the world. So it's the first time testing the Genesect-Virizion with the add-in of the Manectric, so we'll see how it goes. I'm probably facing a Night March deck, as to see he has a Psychic Pokemon and Lightning Pokemon. So let's see what he got. He also has the Heart Charm, so it's a pretty strange deck in my opinion. We both have a mulligan. How great. I have another mulligan. Why not? And now I start. We have the Manectric. great start. Not gonna choose the Genesect, just gonna use the Manectric. I'm gonna have to be afraid of the head ringers though. I'm gonna banish the Genesect, that way we have Catcher at our disposal with the Red Signal ability. My opponent gets an extra card, unfortunately. Or more. I had that mulligan twice. Okay, he's playing a Mew deck. Pretty neat. Check out. Now plays the Plasma Frigate down. For now, I think I'm gonna bench. We're gonna destroy this Manectric. Yes. There we go. Now we're gonna get out. Can get out the Mega. Get out Virizion. Gonna get out Virizion here because I think it's a better situational card like that. Gonna attach the energy, the regular energy to the Manectric, and then just use Sycamore. Okay, we have the energy switch, the muscle band. I'm quite afraid of Headringer, but we won't attach the muscle band to the Manectric just yet. We do have the VS Seeker, so we can use something. Okay, I'm gonna leave my hand at that. With the VS Seeker, we can get something back, like the Sycamore or something. But we do have 2 Sycamores left in my hand. Oh, I was expecting the Headringer. I should have attached the muscle band. I knew it. I knew it. So these Headringers are really annoying. Really annoying. So I'm facing the tool drop deck. Wow. We can't attach a lot of tools anymore because with those tool stuff out, I think we will... Yeah, he already deals 60 damage. What the hell? Great. Okay. The thing we need is a switch. I'm gonna attach a Grass Energy to the Virizion, a Muscle Band to the Virizion, VS Seeker for the Sycamore, why not? This is... I just discarded another card like VS Seeker. Alright. No switch. This sucks. We're gonna evolve to Mega Manectric. Why not? Our turn ends because we don't have the Spirit Link card, but we do have Free Retreat, which is something. Huh. He's probably gonna get out the Jirachi. Oh no, it's the Voltorb. Alright, our Manectric eating up some damage. It's time for Virizion to shine. Gonna attach an energy to the Genesect. Yes. And then we're gonna use Emerald Slash. Yeah, there we go. Emerald Slash knocking out the Trubbish and powering up the Genesect. There we go. 1 Trubbish down. So the tool drop deck might cause a little trouble for a lot of decks because they attack for a lot of damage, but as you see, Mega Manectric swallows up a lot of damage. So we have a Headringer again. These annoying little tool cards keep bugging us. Lucky for us, we do have a lot of energies. Mew has 120 HP. We should have attached the Muscle Band to the Genesect, but then again, the tool drop would deal more damage that way. And he surrenders. Oh! So again, another quick match. I'm gonna give you some more great matches soon, once I have the time for it, but still, there's an episode showing the deck in action. You have to be careful of Headringer, note that's down, and Mega Manectric has a ton of HP, hits hard, and gets energies out of the discard pile. So now we're just gonna go to Poké-News because, yeah, a lot of people suggested that I should keep Poké-News and the regular episodes, so why change it around? So now let's go to Poké-News. Welcome to Poké-News, guys. This time around I have some pretty neat stuff on my list. The first thing around, we finally have the location of the next World Championship in 2015. It will be held in Boston, so in the US. And the thing you should notice is that there's no last chance qualifier. Yeah, that's right. Usually every Worlds has a last chance qualifiers for people that can show up and then get themselves an invite straight from the bat, but this has been removed. And the thing you should know is that for the US, Canada, and Europe, Masters will need 300 championship points to receive an invite, Seniors 250 points, and Juniors 200 points. Latin America, Asian Pacific, and South Africa will need 100 points less for each division to make it to Worlds. And the prizes also have been stacked up really high. We have the first place winner getting $25,000, so that's amazing. For the rest, you can check out pokebeach.com for more information. Okay, the next thing on my list is some rates for Fighting Stadium and Jamming Net. They received some rotation for the cards themselves because they change it so the Fighting Stadium only impacts the active Pokemon EX on the card itself, so not a big deal. Everyone knew that already, but still. And then there's Jamming Net. This is changed so the tool only impacts the Pokemon belonging to opponents, the opponent of the attacking Pokemon. So pretty much confusing, but everyone used them correctly anyway, so that wasn't really a big issue here, but still they aerated that down on the card. Okay, next on my list is the Legend of Hoenn. Yeah, those will be pretty neat because they come with Kyogre EX and Groudon EX. So Kyogre EX and Groudon EX looks pretty sweet. I already reviewed to those two already, but they are not that impressive. They deal 140 damage, the Kyogre, and also Kyogre returns 2 water energies attached to your hand. If you use a second attack, and Groudon just deals 130 damage with his best attack. His second attack, both are weak to grasses and have a retreat cost of 4, which is kind of huge in my opinion. Also, Mega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire is coming out right around the corner next week, so definitely look forward of that game. In Europe, however, it's a week later, so expect a review of the Omega Ruby games, or maybe a let's play if I can get myself a capture card in time on my channel. And I have to know, this is a trading card game channel, but I'd like to see your opinions on if I should upload some Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire and video game content on the channel as well. So let me know in the comment section below. Next up is some pretty neat Primal Clash epic looking stuff. We have a Swampert here. They're Japanese, however, so we'll probably have to wait a bit. They're called like half full arts. Yeah, it's pretty weird, but still we have a Swampert here, which is amazing. It has the Alpha Growth. When you attach an energy from your hand to this Pokemon, you may attach 2 energy cards, so that's amazing. Swampert can swallow up energies like, yeah, and that's not even an ability, it's just the Alpha Growth, something new implemented into the game. And his ability is also Diving Search. During your turn, you may search your deck for 1 card, any 1 card, so for that deck, shuffle your deck afterwards. So that is amazing. Swampert is OP. I'm gonna expect it really, and a lot of, I'm gonna test it out definitely because it has the Alpha Growth, and Diving Search is amazing. Search your deck for any card. Just can you believe that, guys? Next is Yveltal. He has the Omega Barrier. Whenever your opponent plays a trainer card, prevent all effects of that card done to this Pokemon. So yeah, it has the resistance to Hypnotoxic Lasers and other combinations like that. So his Omega Barrier is also not his true ability. It's just something neat they implemented into the card. And yeah, it does 120 damage, discards an energy attached to Sceptile or Sceptile, whatever you want to call it, and your opponent's active Pokemon is poisoned. So 120 damage, 3 energies poison, not bad. Okay, and then there's Torchic. I was expecting Blaziken, but still, here's the Torchic Omega Multi-Strike. This Pokemon can attack twice. Yeah, if your opponent's active Pokemon is knocked out with the first attack, you may attack your opponent's new active Pokemon. So wow, hopefully they implement that to really powerful EXs. I'm looking forward to attacking twice. And then there's some more epic stuff like some cute looking and amazing looking Pikachu, so look out for that. Alright, I think that'll be it for the trading card game. Also, you should definitely know that the Metagross box is coming out pretty soon, so we have, yeah, this epic looking Metagross EX. I already reviewed it. It has squared attack, 50 damage times the number of hits, and you can flip 4 times, so 200 damage as maximum. Then you have the Mega Metagross EX, and this one deals 130 damage plus 10 more for each battle energy attached to this Pokemon. They are weak to fire though, so it'll be just the same if you use them in the metal deck. They'll still wear you down because they have a huge retreat cost and a weakness to fire, but still they do a lot of damage. Then we have Primal Kyogre EX. Yeah, this one looks pretty amazing in English form. We already saw it pretty much before, but still, it has the Tidal Storm attack, 150 damage, move 2 energy from this Pokemon to one of your benched Pokemon. This attack does 30 damage to each of your opponent's benched Pokemon EX. Wow! This is like the Tidal Storm, 150 damage. With a Muscle Band, you do even more damage, but still, it has to Mega Evolve. I don't know how it will be implemented. Also, has the Alpha Growth. When you attach an energy card from your hand to this Pokemon, you may attach 2 energy cards. So it can be really amazing with Swampert. Swampert has the same ability, but it's not the ability, it's like the Alpha ability. I'm gonna call it for that, like that for now. But still, attaching multiple energies at once, Kyogre EX will be a force to reckon with. Also, the Primal Groudon has the Omega Barrier just like Sceptile. And it deals 200 damage if there's a Stadium card in play. So wow, amazing. But still, how are we gonna get so many energies on it? Maybe with Manectric EX, who knows? Yeah, that's just amazing. A lot of good stuff coming out this week, but yeah, that will be all for Poké-News this week around. I hope you enjoyed another episode 88. If you did, definitely click that like button because you know I always appreciate it. And if you want, you can just click here to subscribe. That way my Zapdos explodes and levels up. And that way you also support me a lot. And you can stay updated once there's a new video on my channel. Yeah, that's right. It's convenient like that. And yeah, that's it. Thanks again for watching and I'll be seeing you guys soon. Peace. Hi, if you haven't checked out the previous episode, you should definitely take a look. It's about the new metal deck with Dialga, Bronzong, and many more, so look that out if you haven't already. And then we have another booster box opening on my channel. If you haven't checked out Phantom Forces, what cards are in it, definitely check out that video. And then also I have a tournament report. I did really well at Regional, became 3rd, so this is amazing for me because yeah, I'm a step closer to World, so to check the report, check it out video. And I'm out. Peace.